We out in nature today. Oh shit. No, I'm just kidding. No beanie. Too hot. But yeah, a lot of people have been asking me where I got my name, Lil SYKE, and not Lil Sky. Y'all need to fucking read. But reason why I'm out here in this, beautiful, corny nature scenery today is because this is where I go every day before I go to the dungeon to crank out fucking content all day long. So I figured, shit, might be good to talk about it out here, because I'm not gonna lie, guys, it's a long story, but it's weird too, and it might not be what a lot of you guys expect. So it's easy to record. It's probably gonna be way harder to post, but long story short, well, kind of short, as short as I can make it. It is a long story short, but I named myself SYKE for a lot of different reasons, and that's one of them being because Sykes saved my life. Now, a few of you guys know what Sykes are. A few of you shitbaggers out there know what Sykes are, but if you guys don't, psychedelics, acid, shrooms, DMT, hallucinogenic psychedelic drugs that enhance your frame of thought a lot to really weird levels. And you guys are probably thinking like I'm some fucking weirdo now or something. I know it's like, that sounds weird, dude. Like, you're promoting that saved your life. Like, that's your message to people. No, not at all. And I'm not condoning or encouraging anybody in this world to dabble with that at all, because it's a little different for me, and it goes back pretty far, but I'll try to keep it as brief as I can, guys. But when I was younger, I got into smoking weed and drinking alcohol and doing all the dumb shit really early. Honestly, just because I wasn't like accepted by many friend groups I tried to kind of like insert myself into. And in my young adolescent brain, I was 11, and I decided damn, maybe I see these guys, there was a small group of people doing it that young, but I'm damn, these guys all just kind of like each other because they can, shotgun a beer, or they can take a big bong rip or something. And it's that's so respectable, and it's so easy to do. So I kind of inserted myself there, and I became the guy. I was the guy who would smoke the most weed. And this was not a clout thing at this point. This was I just had to survive. I was so obsessed with smoking weed. And this is middle school, man. I am just being an absolute shit grom disappointment to my parents, and shout out mom and dad. I felt really bad, but eventually it got to a point, it got a little worse. I started doing more. I dabbled with some acid, and that was an experience I don't wish upon anybody. Genuinely, it changed my perception of life forever, for the worse. And this is at first, all right, but it did change my perception on life forever, for the worse. And I don't think that it was something reversible. I think it was fate for me to experience this, just as part of my story, part of my life. And that was when it really went off the rails. When I first opened that door and turned that key to you know what, maybe I can do more than what I currently limit myself to, that's when it all went to shit. That's when I start taking perks. I start taking Xans here or there, but mainly perks. I live in the Philly area. It's perks, man, perks. 30s too. People from out of town will come here and be I've never seen 30s in real life before. Everybody just took 10s everywhere else. No, shit's fucked. So yeah, it was bad. By the time I'm doing this and I'm in the perk era and shit, I don't know if you guys know this. I was making music. I was a rapper. I was very serious about it. I actually shaved my head, dyed it blonde, and cut drips into the sides of my head. Drips. Look at my old music videos, some of my first videos on this entire page. You will see it. You will see it. My rap name was SYKE, SYEKO, Psycho. And that was like a whole different me. If you guys knew me then, I'm sorry. Like I wasn't the chill guy who I am now, I'll tell you that. But basically, it got a little more off the rails over time. I even my THC consumption alone was like, I treated weed like it was meth. Like if I didn't have it for more than a 2-hour span, I would literally freak out like a child, like literally like a man-child. And you know, my friends who I grew up with would start to notice it. They'd start to be like, hey dude, like you're kind of going down the wrong road. We care about you. I would push them away because I don't want to hear that shit. I just want to do me and, you know, fulfill my needs, right? So yeah, so basically by the age of 17, it was the first serious time that I got checked into rehab, like seriously. But that was only because a cop ran up on me at the wrong time. And yeah, this is stuff I don't talk about, guys. This is stuff I really don't talk about. But you know, I was with a girl at the time. We were young, stupid, and we drove to a friend of mine's party. He was gonna have like a house party, and then we get there, and last minute he says, yo, my dad's home, party's off. But damn, fuckers. And mind you guys, me and this girl thought it would be a great idea to pregame this party by mixing the pink E-pills, the transformer pills, the ecstasy pills, for those who don't know, with acid. So what some people call a candy drop. And yo, I don't know why we thought that was a good idea. We took it before we went. I drove there, but it obviously, like, it didn't hit me yet. Like, it's not gonna hit you until like by the time you're there. And I was just such a fiend. I was like, I don't want to wait. Like, I want it already in my system when I get there. I want it to be good vibes, good energy. So I took it and we went, and we got there, parked up. He's outside. I roll the window down. Yo, guys, my dad's home. Party's off. Get out of here now. I'm like, oh shit. He kind of lives in the middle of nowhere, kind of. Nearest place I knew off the top of my head was this disc golf course. It was a disc golf course in the middle of the woods. Right? And like, you actually have to drive through the woods to park up. There's no parking lot. It's just cars park in the middle of the woods. So I went there. It's like 10 p.m. at this point. It's kicking in. It's fucking kicking in. All right. We had some bud to smoke, and we had a handle of SYKE. That's it. Not even a full one. Well, I think it was almost full, but that was it. We didn't have water. We didn't have food. We had nothing. And I was parking up in this lot at 10 p.m. Not lot, the woods at 10 p.m. in my car with this girl. And we are feeling it. Like, it's kicking. We are just absolutely tripping out. We don't know what's going on. Like, it was not a good trip. It was not good. And if you guys don't know, I'm telling you this so that you guys never have to learn through experience. I really don't think anybody ever should dabble with this stuff, genuinely. But the acid kind of makes you look at your life from a third person perspective sometimes. And if you're a piece of shit, you're gonna look at that. You're gonna have no choice but to face that in a way that your usual blind senses don't trigger. Like, you know, if I'm living like a degenerate and I'm out here just being a fuck up and disgrace to my family my whole life, I'm in denial because I'm addicted. I'm in denial. I don't believe that I'm a degenerate fuck up disgrace to my family, you know what I mean? But when I'm off this, I have no choice but to see it from that perspective, that heightened senses perspective, where you're just looking at your life in a way you never have before. And that was what really just sent me. Like, this trip was different. I was sitting there looking at my car, looking at this girl next to me, and I'm just like, dude, what am I doing? And guys, mind you, I'm off the ecstasy. It's a drug. You're not supposed to do anything without gallons of water on your side. Like, this stuff dehydrates the fuck out of your system. And we're dying. Like, we are dying physically. Like, we don't know what to do. There's no liquid. Like, our insides of our bodies feel like a dry bone in the Sahara Desert. Like, just in every way, we feel like weak. It's taking over our systems. While I can't drive anywhere, I can't call mom and dad. They already fucking hate me. I can't call the cops. Am I stupid? Well, we got our lives saved and our prayers answered in a way that we didn't think would happen. Cops pulled up on us at 5 a.m. while we're sitting in the woods. And I remember he walked up to my door, I rolled down the window, and I just stared at him. I'm just like, and he just stared back at me. He's just like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. And he's like, all right, we're going to call somebody. And by the way, guys, since we had nothing but SYKE, we literally, me and this one other girl, chugged this whole freaking thing of SYKE. We feel awful, sick to our stomachs. We didn't even want to get drunk. We just drank it because it was the only liquid within proximity and we wanted to survive the night. And we're just toasted, bro. Just mentally, physically toasted. And like I said, I'm 17. They call up my parents. I'll never forget. I get out of that car. I'm walking up to my dad. I'm hobbling over through the woods. And he's just sitting there, just slow clapping at me. And he goes, you really fucking did it this time, kid. Like, and I'm like, damn. And I realized then and there, I'm like, dude, if I don't change, it's over. It's over. So they checked me into rehab next day. I was doing great, went through the program, got clean, but I'm still too young, bro. I'm 17. I'm fucking up. Inside, I didn't fully love the feeling of like the freedom of being sober and in this world and appreciative of like what we're given in this world. So my senior week, I ended up relapsing after like 6 months of sobriety, and it was bad, bro. Like, it was bad. It was 10 times worse that time. I took a couple, shots of alcohol. I went right for the perks, bro. I went right for the perks. I needed it. I went right for the tabs of acid. I was fiending instantly. It like reignited this urge that I had suppressed for months and months. And I didn't even know I was suppressing. I thought I was okay. And long story short, awful run, fucking up my family relationships, fucking up my friendships, fucking up everything in my life. Speed running my way to death. Overdosing on repeat. Like, I OD'd somewhere between 10 and 30 times in this run and was, revived. Like, me and my buddies who lived in Philly, we had a box of Narcan sitting on top of his dresser. And we would just it was like a joke to us. Like, someone would OD, like, go out. We'd be like, oh, he's out. Oh, shit. And fucking shoot it in their nose. They're back. And then, of course, they're sober now and they want their next fix, and we give it right to them. So this one night, man, we decided to just go for it, go all in. And by the way, by this point, it wasn't perks anymore. It was fentanyl. We're getting it from the streets of Philly. Like, it's just fentanyl. And we know it is. We don't care. Like, we just didn't even care. And we mixed that with some tabs, right? And the tabs woke me the fuck up again. I don't know what it was. I was high off like 4 other different substances, but all I could feel that night was just this overwhelming sense of, holy fuck, I am fucked. Like, my life is a shitstorm. What happened? Why did I ever relapse? What happened to me? And I had this awakening again. like, I hate throwing around terms like third eye or whatever, but like literally it's an eye that's not on your head. Like, it's an eye that's all the way back here. It's like almost like the universe or God watching you, and like the facts and the opinion on who you are. And I'm like, shit. I'm sleeping at my buddy's house, literally on an air mattress, or not even an air mattress, a mattress covered in cat piss and cat shit and cigarette burns, in a room in his apartment, literally an empty room. It's just a mattress on the floor and just empty bottles, handles, beer cans, and just shit. Literal shit from his cat everywhere. It was just called the cat room, and like the litter box overflowed, so the cat just shit everywhere. And this is where I was sleeping. I wasn't sleeping, I was wide awake off the tab. I was just so uncomfortable in the situation, the social setting, that I had to leave. And I just realized everything right then and there, bro. You would think I had these crazy withdrawals, right? I'm like a fentanyl addict at this point. You would think I'd have these crazy withdrawals. And I had withdrawals. Every single time I would run out, even if it was for 2 hours, I would start scratching, I would start sweating. But this time was so different. Like, I drove home the next morning, looked my mom in the eyes, said, Mom, I know I haven't really told you because I never see you, but I've been living this double life. I relapsed. I've been taking I'm 19 by this point, by the way. Like, I'm taking fentanyl every day. Perks, smoking weed, drinking every day. And I need to use your insurance to go back to rehab. And she starts bawling, this and that. And I'm like ready for the withdrawals. I'm like, this shit's gonna kick. This is gonna suck. Nothing, bro. Nothing. I was just done. Like, I was just done. And honestly, the psychs woke me up. The psychedelics woke me up enough to feel that. And now the la in the beginning of the name, that's just from Yeet. Shout out Yeet. W. That's where the beanie inspiration's from too. Shout out Yeet. Love Yeet. That's where the goatee's low-key from too. I always wanted to be Yeet when I was a rapper. When I was like making just music and shit, I loved Yeet. But yeah, and my name was Psycho. Like, as a rapper, it was Psycho. I didn't like it as a content guy, as an influencer. Even as an artist, I switched it as an artist too. I'm like, fuck it, I'm Lil Psych now. That's who I am. And it sucks, you know, people see my name and they think it's like Lil Sky, and then I'm just like this corny dude who's like just fucking like whatever. I don't know, bro. That name sounds so corny to me, Lil Sky. Ugh. Like, I just feel like when somebody sees my name and thinks it's that, it's like, bro, you must think I am the corniest motherfucker ever. But yeah, I never share like anything about my personal life on here. I kind of always just post like news and shit. But I have been sober for a little bit now. It works, bro. It's worth it. The 12-step programs, rehab, inpatient rehab is worth it, bro. It's worth it. 100%. And if you believe you fall under the category of like an addict and you actually have a desire to stop, is the only way that you will be able to. Nobody can force you to. If you know a friend who is addicted and shit, you're not going to be able to force them to stop either. You're not. They don't want to hear it, bro. They do not want to hear it. So you could DM me, you could talk to me, but I'm always here for that. But honestly, guys, like, the real Band-Aid rip-off of what you want to do is just check yourself in. Check yourself in and don't look back. Nothing will ever be the same. And this doesn't just go for people who had a story as bad as me. Like, you could be just smoking weed and be an addict, bro. I was an addict for weed. I would fucking get violent when I ran out of weed. Like, if you're that type of guy, dude, you need rehab just as bad. You just think you don't because, oh, it's just weed, bro. It's justifiable. It's justifiable. Or even alcohol, you know? You know when you got something going on. You know when it's like, all right, this is getting abnormal. You know, deep down, you know. So, hey guys, love, appreciate all my OFF shows. This was easy to record, but like I said, it's probably gonna be hard to post. So, I hope this helps somebody understand what it's like. But Also, just kind of give you guys a little backstory on like why I'm a little psyched. It's the Sykes, bro. Saved my life, but they won't save yours, all right? That's not the message I'm trying to give here. Do not endorse them. I do not condone them. They ruin lives, bro. They literally ruin the way you look at this world. I'm still trying to get it back. I'm still trying to get my senses back on this world and like how much I love life and nature and beauty in the world. I'm still trying to get it back, bro. So, just saying. But, love. Appreciate y'all.